A small toy starts moving from the position of rest under a constant acceleration. If it travels a distance of 10 meters in t seconds, the distance traveled by the toy in the next t seconds will be. So, like we did a couple of a question which was I think that was based on u square is proportional to s, right? We use proportionality there. In a very similar way, we can use proportionality method here. So we have s is equal to ut plus half at square. Since it is moving from the position of rest, u will be equal to 0, and therefore s is equal to half at square. Half is a constant if it is moving with constant acceleration. In this case, it is given to us in the question that under a constant acceleration, half is a constant, a is a constant, which means the only varying factor here is time, and therefore s is proportional to t square, which implies s1 by s2 should be equal to t1 square by t2 square. Or we can write s2 in terms of s1 as s2 is equal to s1 into t2 square by t1 square. And if t2, right, and if t2 is expressed in terms of t1 as nt1, t2 square can be replaced by n square into t1 square. So that becomes s2 is equal to s1 into n square into t1 square by t1 square, which is equal to 1. So this primarily becomes s2 is equal to s1 into n square. Now, to do the same here, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity is 0, so this terms become 0. So we have s1 is equal to half a into t1 square. S1 is given to us as 10 meter in t seconds, so we can write 10 is equal to half into a t1 square. Now in the next t seconds will implies t, okay, let us say, so if that's where the diagram comes into. So distance traveled in t seconds is 10 meters. So in the another t seconds, the total time will become t plus t 2t. So that becomes 2t. Distance traveled in 2t, s2t. And there is a minor mistake here. It should not be. This distance can't be included here, right? Why? Because we're talking about time, divisions of time here and not distance. Okay. So when we say distance traveled in 2t seconds, it will be s2t is equal to half a into t2 square. T2 is given to us as next t seconds, so that becomes t plus t 2t. So t2 is 2 times t1, which gives us half a into 2 square is 4. So we have the way I've written this is 2 square is 4. So multiply this other way. This is 4. T1 square will be kept along with a by 2. So we have half a into t1 square. Now, what is half a into t1 square? Half a into t1 square is s1, which is equal to 10 from the question. So this becomes 10 into 4, which is equal to 40. Now, if you use proportionality method here, s2 square is equal to s1 square into n square. So the answer here would be s1 is 10. In the next t seconds means it is 2. So it is 2 square. 10 into square is 10 into 4. Therefore, the correct answer here would be option D, 40.